but conversation with MGL, that's a stock in focus. Stock was down 2% yesterday, under pressure on the back of that gas pipeline, unable to supply gas to Mumbai. Critical market for MGL. We have with us Ashu Singhal, who is the managing director at Mahanagar Gas, joining us. Ashu, good morning. Talk to us about what's caused the issue and what exactly led to the pipeline disruption. How severe is the problem on ground?
There are multiple feed points to MGL pipeline network in and around Mumbai. So one of the main feeder line which comes from Uran and it passes through RCF complex in Trombay. And that gives us around 50% of the consumption. So that got damaged yesterday in the first half. And yesterday afternoon, the supply got disrupted completely in that one particular station. And therefore, we had to take emergency response plan on action. And accordingly, most of the industries were shut down. And we have prioritized pipe natural gas to the households, and that is not at all interrupted. The uninterrupted supply to the household is continuing. Commercial supply is continuing. CNG station, because of the lack of supply of gas to our network, we have to shut down in a gradual manner. And initially, more stations were shut down, but later on they were restored. Currently, we have around 390 stations in our geographies, the Mumbai and nearby geography. Out of 390 stations, 230 are already operating and 160 stations are down. That means 40% stations are down. And GAIL is taking all actions to repair the network. I mean, there was a damage to one of the main feeder line, 18-inch line. Once it is completely repaired, tomorrow by noon time, we expect things to start getting normalized.
So, which are the areas which are impacted because of this disruption now?
Mainly CNG stations around South Mumbai, West Mumbai, some in Thane and Navi Mumbai. These are the areas where the supplies has got disrupted. So we have also contacted our nearby geographical areas, other companies to start giving some of the cascades, which we say, the moving cascades on the vehicles to take from other places also. Plus, we are diverting the cascades from Raigad area to these areas so that the disruption is minimized. As well as we are taking action that at least at all the areas, some of the pumps are working and all the COCO and main online pumps are working of MGL.
Right. And how much volume has been lost because of this disruption?
We take around 2 million standard cubic meter per day from Vadala, which is around 50% of our consumption in these areas. So we can say 50% is impacted, but we have increased our volume offtake from other stations. So around 30-40% volume is impacted.
And what's the financial impact of this volume loss?
It's a half day loss. So out of the whole year, it is, if we take 1 day loss, it is not very significant in terms of financial loss. But more than financials, it is matter of getting the things right and creating least disruption for the customers and for our CNG vehicle operators.
So, what is the status of the repairs as we speak, and by when do you expect the supply to be restored?
Yeah, as I told you, GAIL is taking all actions to repair the damaged pipeline section. The excavation is completed. Now it is being cut. The spool piece will be taken out because it is heavily damaged, and a new spool piece will be added. So this activity is expected to completed by next tomorrow around 12 noon or so, and then we will be able to normalize the situation. By 18th noon time, we will be starting normalization of all the CNG station in a gradual and phased manner.
Right. So, Mr. Singhal, do you have the supply capacity to make up for the lost volumes?
Once a lost volume means, I mean, it is just a ongoing process. So whatever time is lost cannot be recouped. But yes, supplies to the industries will be made up. If they have some production losses, they will make up in times to come.
Right. And what alternatives can ensure that this problem doesn't repeat?
We already have a lot of redundancy and loop lines available, and At least 3 or 4 loop lines are available. We have got 5 city gate station in these geographies. 4 of them are already interconnected. However, there is a problem with this one particular section, which is 3.5 kilometer. So we have already sanctioned a plan to lay another parallel line across along this 3.5 kilometer, which is in advanced stage, and it is expected by January, February next year. This second redundancy line will be also in place. So therefore, we expect by, I mean, this is very unfortunate, and we are, I mean, not a very good situation to be in. But this second line will be operational by February, March next year, January, February, or February. By February, it will be in place. So we will have one more redundancy added, and similar problem will not arise, at least because of this particular reasoning.
Thank you, Mr. Singhal, for joining us and giving us an update on the MGL disruption. Kunal.